been hearing this familiar gospel this morning that was just proclaimed. Did you not ask yourself, isn't this a little bit of a cliche when it comes to victories? Doesn't it just give us more guilt when we ignore that hopeless person that's begging somewhere on the street, hoping that we would open our car window and give $1 or $5? Or can we not use this perhaps to even rationalize taking care of ourselves more so than that neighbor way over there? After all, if I don't take care of self, who's going to take care of family, of our close friends, our neighbor right there? So what is the essence of this teaching parable? What is Jesus saying to us? Perhaps it is best caught in a quote by Dr. Martin Luther King. Hear his words as he unravels his parable for us. Who is my neighbor? He is anyone whom you are neighborly. He is anyone who lies in need at life's roadside. He is neither Jew nor Gentile. He is neither Russian nor American. He is neither a person of color nor white. He is a certain man, a needy man, on one of the numerous Jericho roads of life. So Jesus defines neighbor not in a theological sense, but in a real life situation. Jesus does not speak in abstract terms. He does not parse his words so carefully that they become obtuse. No, he directly addresses the justification of that young lawyer who smugly walks up to Jesus in the attempt to trap him into saying what he wants to hear. He presses him beyond that familiar law of Deuteronomy, that which is named the Shema. It is that prayer that every good devout Jew, including that lawyer, would know by heart. Love God with all your heart, and your soul, and your strength, and your mind, all of your essence, and your neighbor as yourself. There are no restrictions, no limits. That summary, indeed, sums it up. Yet, the lawyer presses Jesus, hoping to get just the right answer from the teacher. And thus we hear about the Good Samaritan as a Jew traveling from Jericho to Jerusalem is attacked by robbers and is badly beaten. 3 travelers approach him. One, a priest of the highest caste, if you will, in that tradition. Secondly, a Levite, a student of the law, well versed in the Torah. And both of these gentlemen highly placed in Jewish society. And both would be affected by the purity laws of that age, the laws which restrict one from touching another who is deemed unclean, physically, morally, spiritually. Thus we see the arrival of the third, the Samaritan, who fits the bill on all these levels. He seems to be one highly held in his society as a Samaritan. He is not a day laborer. He He is one of means. He is a person that others look up to and respect. And yet, for 3 centuries, Jews and Samaritans were in conflict, disputes over theology and liturgy, even where the temple should be, Jerusalem or Mount Gerizim. All this would result in enmity and distrust between the two. This Samaritan is no different from his own countrymen. He's just an ordinary traveler. Yet the difference is seen not on the theological level, not on the intellectual level, but on the feeling level. The first 2 passed by that man with disdain in their minds, upon their hearts. The third, however, felt pity. He couldn't just pass by. His empathy for another whom he claims equality with takes over. This man draws close. He is moved with compassion, moved by the Spirit of God to touch his enemy, to clean the blood off the wound, to apply his own ointment, to place him on his donkey and take him to a place of safety that he might recover fully. The one who has compassion and acts with mercy is the one that reveals truth. Old judgments and justified values of superiority and righteousness cannot hold as the Spirit of God challenges us in a new way. Here is a radical call to true discipleship that puts the old age maxim and theory of bootstrapping. Yeah, pull yourselves up. There's something wrong with you if you can't do that, and I don't need to pay attention to you. 2 centuries after the Good Samaritan, our own values emanating from the rugged individualism of the Old West look very antiquated. Racial, economic, and spiritual values that are rooted in a corrosive past equally appear ready for a more intensive examination, if not disregarding and discarding. The Samaritan has compassion, the text tells us. He identifies with the wounded victim abandoned on the roadside, and he loves him back into health and wholeness. That very word, compassion, means to feel together. It's related to feelings of sympathy for another and empathy with another as qualities that are outward-looking, being sensitive to the feelings, the needs of another. As we encounter the other, we, not then, now, as we encounter those who seem to be in need, those who are caught up, obviously, in poverty. Perhaps it is the one who is disfigured. Perhaps it is the one that is obese, mentally challenged, the one who thinks in terms that are opposite from our worldview, the one who lives with the scars of neglect, abuse, abandonment. Oh, you can add to the list. We do not need to look far afield to discover even more. And we need not look too deeply to uncover the shame of when we acted contrary to compassion, sympathy, empathy. The parable of the Good Shepherd, of the Good Samaritan, is not just about the stranger stopping along the roadside. It is a story for each of us who travel on life's sometimes wide, sometimes narrow, muddy paths. It is a spiritual GPS routing us onto the inconvenient direction that we do not want, but that God wants. The way of love and compassion for others, even our enemies. This story is more about that individual. It is about the transforming power of God at work in and through us, who are willing to take that inconvenient, that sacrificial, perhaps even that dangerous road in life, but willing, able, ready to respond to Christ's sharp, definitive, accurate directive. Go, do,